See this cute little lavender crystal quartz? Let's wrap it into a ring. Let's get 18 gauge, square, non-tarnish, silver-plated wire. And let's just take about a foot. That's basically all you're gonna need. You can take more if you want, but you should get a ring mandrel. I don't know where mine is, so I'm gonna use this highlighter. A nice fat marker is usually good. Skinny marker won't work, but this, I believe last time I checked, this was kind of like 7, 8, and 9. So we'll start down here, we'll make a 7, and just wrap it. Actually, we'll start lower. You want to start lower to get your circle really tight and round. But we're going to try to press it, get it really tight and round. And we're just going to go around twice like that. And then let's slide it slightly up higher. Let's keep it down there. Keep it down there for a minute. And let's put the crystal on. Wrap it around the top like that. And do the same thing coming the other way. Hold it tight, it's going to want to move all over the place. Same one, I'm holding it, everything, with all my fingers. Wrap it around that way like that. And now you slide it off. I can't get it off, I've got to take the cap off because I don't want to force it and mess up the circle. All right. Now, still holding it tight because I want it to move all over the place. Let's wrap this all the way around like that. And make sure it's right where you want it. Wrap this one all the way around like that. Good. Now, I'm just going to put 2 swirls at the top. Make sure you have just the right amount of wire you want for the swirl. If you haven't done this before, just take a guess. And if it doesn't come out exactly how you want, just go with it. I think that's going to be good. Careful, don't shoot it at your eye or anything. Close your eyes or, wear goggles, wear glasses, aim it away from you. And I think that one will go about right there. Let's see. Oops. Square wire looks especially cool when you swirl it. It really looks good no matter what you do with it. It's just a great shape. So boom, there's that swirl. And we'll do this one. Try to get as many folds in as I can like this before I turn it this way, because you want to have a good surface area to grip once you start rolling it this way, and you want to grip it tight or you're going to scratch it. And in the beginning you're probably going to scratch up a lot of wire. That's part of learning. It's just consider that wire like practice. Think about how much you pay for college, and you don't make any pennies off of that. It's all you paying them. So here you go, pay for some wire and scratch it up and consider that like a tiny investment, because once you get really proficient, which doesn't take forever, it just takes the willingness to mess up a lot, then you can start making stuff that people might want to buy, or you can give away as gifts. See how easy that was? So easy. Now, it's not totally secure just yet. I'm going to take some 26 gauge. This is where half round would be really good, because half round wire works great to wrap around square wire, but I don't have any half round, and half round cuts it in half, so I wouldn't use 26. I would use a thicker gauge because the half round makes it thinner. So it's a weird math thing. You just got to play with it and figure out what works. But I'm just going to use regular round wire. Same silver plating. This is 26 gauge, which is a nice gauge for threading. This one got all messed up. I don't know why. But I'm going to take, again, just about a foot, maybe a little more. Just be on the safe side. So get that nice and smooth. And this crystal has a hole I could go through to anchor it. But you don't need a hole, so I'm going to do it with, I'm not going to use the hole. I'm going to show you guys you don't need it. So we're just going to pick part of the ring right here. I'm going to come through and just going to go through it twice just to lock it in. Oop. Just thread it in there. Pull it tight. Just get it up in the crevice there. Pull it real tight. You can thread it around twice if you want to really, lock it in, which is pretty good. Sometimes it's a good idea. Now, if you want, you can thread the thin wire all the way around this to lock these two together. I'm going to save this half and say maybe I'll do that. I'm going to take this half and I'm just going to strengthen the connections holding the crystal to the square wire. So let's see what we need to do here to strengthen this. All right, it's wobbly there. Let's move this out of the way. Get out of the way. All right, so this is what we're working with. So first we'll wrap around this part here. Just get a little bit of strength there. All right, now let's come up here. Actually, let's hide in that crevice. Now, let's just come right up here. Right up here and wrap right around the swirl. Lock it right around the swirl like that. Boom. I'm feeling a stronger connection already. Immediately, I just strengthened it up like 50% just doing that. Now let's come back through the ring like that. Wrap it around one more time to lock it. And you can pull pretty tight, but you get the tightest pull when you grab the pliers and you give it extra tightness. And then slide it in if you want to get it where you want. I'm going to do the same thing right here. I'm just going to wrap it around the loop I made. Around the swirl. And get this one out of the way still. Keeps getting in the way. And come around twice. Pull it tight. And then come back around here. Oops. So I came around the swirl twice, and now I'm just going to wrap it around this part and just pick any side to go through again a couple times and pull it real tight. 1, 2, and that's locked in. Let's feel the ring. Oop, crystal is still moving a little bit. So it's much tighter, but we want to secure it better. So let's see, what can we do? Stretch these out a little too. That's cool. We want to get some security around these tips. So let's take this one and let's see. We'll use these two together and we'll twist it like that and then come around here and then we'll twist them again. Ooh, I wish I hadn't used up so much of that wire, because now this, I could really do stuff with this, just wrapping them around each other and then moving somewhere else. So that one is over with. This little part here that we're just going to make that into a swirl and tuck it. This one's going to keep going. This one is going to come around here. We're just going to crisscross around the piece like this and just get it in there. And then every once in a while, we're just going to wrap it around the edge of the ring to lock what we just did in. And as long as your crystals are pretty easy because they have these harsh crevices everywhere that the wire just catches in, you can use that to your advantage. Anything that has like little crevicey stuff everywhere is so much easier. That looks pretty good, and that's really strong, and that's in there. This, the only part I don't like is this. This one wire right here is just, it's fine, but it's sticking out. It doesn't look tied down like everything else. So that's easy fix. You just hold the plier straight down, pull tight, and turn it, and that gives it a crimp. And then put another one right there. Just crimp it. See how it makes that diagonal look? And then you can take those, put the pliers together like this, and just stab like that, and they kind of tuck into the crevices that way. And boom, now when you're looking from the top, you don't see anything. And when you're looking down here, there you go. Push that one in the crevice right there a little more. Whoop. Careful not to slip. And boom. Now we just have these two ends left. This one, just going to make into a little swirl. Little tiny baby swirl. Just taking my time with the baby swirl, taking my time, tucking it in. Now, the best place to tuck it in is underneath a thick part, like this square wire right here. Let me see if I can get it in there. It's not going to tuck in there. That's already super tight. So the next best place is to tuck it in where there's a bunch of wires matrixing around. So shove it in right there. Boom. And I'm going to put a tiny drop of E6000 right there, not to touch the crystal, just to hold the wire to the wire, because whenever my end of my wire is not as perfectly secure as where it could never ever get rubbed out by anyone, I like to add a teeny drop of E6000 just to secure it wherever it is, so it'll never come out. Just the tiniest bit, and just rubs off your fingers like school glue. You don't want to leave it on your fingers. It's not the healthiest glue, but it's not terrible. If you're breathing it like for hours on end, if you're doing some kind of project and you're in a closed space and you like gluing on a gazillion little teeny tiny things with the E6000, then yeah, it's not good to breathe and it's not good to keep it on your skin, but a little bit here and there, I don't think will hurt. All right, this last one, little end of silver here, we can make a bigger swirl, or we can find somewhere else to tuck it that's better. I think the best place to tuck it is maybe right in there. Let's cut off a little bit, and maybe, because we don't need that big of a swirl. And just going fast, not trying to make it cool at this point. I think I'm going to shove it right in there. There we go, right under the crystal right there. Boom. And there you have it. That is a crystal ring. Now you can have fun practicing, and you can make yours neater and more fun, and you can develop patterns, but this thing it's strong. It's going to go on the finger. It is about exactly a 7, so that worked out well. Try putting it back on the marker to get it a little bit, get the roundness just right. It kind of tightened up as I was using it, as I was making it. There we go. And I can slide it up higher if I want an 8. Try to stretch it. Now that's probably going to be about a 7.5, I think. All right, there we go. You guys go make one. It's fun and it's easy.